Greetings, YouTube. I just did something that I didn't think that I could do. And that's win, I think, 3 matches in a row to finally get out of gold 2. Let me tell you, I didn't think I was ever going to get out of gold 2. This was 1000% my hell. There are so many good players, so many rosters trapped in this tier. And I have matched up against so many good players that I feel like at least 50% of the time would beat me, even on my best day. And I started out feeling pretty confident, and I got the floor wiped from me today. Just the floor. Totally destroyed. I played this Agent Black player just now, rank 5 Scorpion, and Hercules. But then, this is where, because I matched up against people like myself who have so many rank 5s. But if I look and see you've got 2 rank 5s, and the rest rank 4s, this guy's a really good player, I'm sure. But it gets to a point where if you're getting matched up against me, I become the whale, and I'm beating you, not because I have better skills, because I can promise you I don't. But I end up just having a better roster, and this is where July 4th rewards, and maybe that's the title of this video or something. This is where July 4th rewards really come into play. And this is why so many people said, Prof, I'm done. Or I'm done being at the spending level and the competitive level that I've been for, in some cases, like 7 years. Because July 4th cost more money than ever before, and it wasn't even close. And if you spent all the money that you could, and Lord knows I emptied out my YouTube revenue / budget, since for those of you who watched the video I made about getting my mom a house, which I really appreciate those of you who watched it, I have put, other than a lot of taxes, I probably paid, I want to say about $80,000 in taxes in the last 5 years. But other than that tax money, I've just been putting everything into savings and then using my teaching salary to fund my YouTube channel and then saving my savings for my family. And that includes my mom and especially my partner as well. Not that she's above my mom, but, it's one is starting a life together with somebody, and the other one is giving over a house that I paid for, so she's never going to have to worry about living in her van again. Because, yes, homelessness and sort of attempting to survive in a car is what the history of my family has been for decades. And the ability to end that cycle of poverty with a YouTube channel, and on top of that, give her the ability to live in a house for the first time where she's not going to get kicked out of, or her rent's not going to double, is really cool, but also really stressful, because when you come from an abusive household like I do, there are fears to repeating trauma and all that. Anyhow, you didn't click on this video for that. I'm sorry for the tangent, but it's worth noting that this is where July 4th changes things. Because this meta right now, it doesn't have a protection node. It's not hide or heal. You're not trying to go unstoppable every 10 seconds or 15 seconds or 20 seconds. It's just a race to the finish. So this meta this month rewards the deepest rosters with the highest ranks. And so I have no doubt this player is better than me in a lot of ways. But they didn't stand a chance if I played even moderately well, which I did not in the first round. Because this is where matchups just screw people over, and this is where, even though the matchup system, to be objective, has improved in Battlegrounds quite a bit, this is just where he might have been lost from the beginning, and I'm seeing now that he might just be stuck at gold 2, because he's down to 0 shields. By the way, round 1, I had Nim God down to 1% health, and I thought the match was over. And when I thought the match was over, he fired an unblockable special 2 right into my face. I went from having 98% health to 0% health. I thought I had lost. I have never made such a stupid mistake. It was 100% on me. It wasn't Kabam's fault. It wasn't the AI's fault. It was just my fault. But he went against my Dr. Doom and apparently was doomed. But round 2 is a better example of this. Round 2, he had Dr. Doom versus my Hulkling. Looks like he fought pretty courageously to the end. Obviously, you can see that attacker and defender health is remaining. But my Warlock, who is rank 5, took on his Nick Fury, who I think might be rank 4. And the speed, because of my health and attack, and that Nick Fury clipped me a couple times with his unblockable. And I don't know about you, but like my normal strategy against Nick Fury is to hold block and have him do his 3-hit heavy, which is really easy to counter. But when he's unblockable, you can hold block, but if he doesn't do a heavy, he's going to go straight into you or fire a special. And that's where the Nick Fury fight is a bit RNG dependent on the AI. So I just won 3 matches in a row after starting the day losing 2 matches in a row in both this, is it Cilio and Mikey B725? Mikey just absolutely humiliated me. I'm surprised that this person is not in Gold 1. Round 1, I found out the hard way that you can be real confident against Kindred until that 1%, and then if you don't have a special ready to go, you are screwed. I was actually happy to get him down with another special 1, but his America Chavez melted my Rintra, and then check out round 2. Talk about just demolishing me, dominating me. Falcon versus my Jessica Jones, so I really didn't have another defender, and I knew he was a great counter. He looks to have an Awakened 7-star Falcon, which is one of my dreams. And I certainly won a rank 2 Awakened 7-star Falcon, so my friend, you have life goals for me. I used Hercules against Bishop, took an unblockable special 2 to the face because I can only dex that. It feels like about 10% of the time now, which makes me a noob, I'm sure. But that was how he beat me, and then I had a really good first round where against this, is it Cilio? I'm sorry if I'm butchering her name. Great player. Round 1, I lost this by that much, and this is a common story, and I've seen more matches where I've won or lost on the very last champion that pops up. It happens. Round 2, I came back and placed my own Nick Fury and Penny Parker. As you can see, took a while to get him down. And then, I gotta say, I did a desperation move with Wong against Hulkling. That was the best fight I've ever done. I don't even know if I've ever used Wong for anything outside of attacking, and I was going to actually replace him in my deck because he's not the best defender in this meta, but now I'm like, maybe I should keep him. And then round 3, I used Torch against Spot. Horrible idea, spoiler alert. And he used Kate Bishop versus Kingpin, and talk about an impressive fight. For those of you who are really good with Kate Bishop, it's just hard to... It kind of reminds me of Shang-Chi, for those of you who are really good with him. Like, him, Valkyrie, Kate Bishop, champions I'm just not good with. Really impressive. So, July 4th, sales are now showing up in this meta. And I'm hearing from players like, I can't get past this because I fight such more stacked rosters. I couldn't afford $2,000 for the purchase, even though I was Paragon. I get it. And I get the frustration. I have a stacked roster, and I still am not doing great. Although the last 3 matches, I didn't lose a round, and that was much more like this one. Round 1, 50,000 to 40,000. Round 2, 49,000 to 45,000. Again, another great Vision player with this Dracarys. Shout out to Dracarys. Either way, this is the most Battlegrounds I've done in a day. And I feel for players who don't have the YouTube revenue or the teaching revenue or don't have the time to have rosters because it's just tough to climb to even Platinum now. And I know people who couldn't get out of Bronze. They actually, once they got out of Bronze, shout out to my man Rob, who got out of Bronze, then made it to Silver and kind of sped through Silver because he said it was easier than Bronze, which is fascinating. But a lot of people just get stuck in a tier. And it's not you, YouTube. It's not just you. It's a lot of people. So don't feel like... In fact, I need to title this video, It's Not Just You. July 4th rewards have changed BGs, because they have. And I didn't want this video to be 10 minutes, and I looked down and I was like, oh my gosh, we're at 9 minutes. So I know this is a longer video than normal. Thank you for clicking on it for those of you who did. But hopefully you can hear this and think, yeah, he's at least speaking what I'm seeing, because I'm hearing the chatter behind the scenes, and I wanted to put a voice to it, as always.